Louisville's offensive line is horrible. And anytime I hear anyone out there be critical of an NFL offensive play calling or college football offensive play calling, all I can think about in my head is, really, you think that you, the fan, the guy sitting at home on the couch, know more about calling plays than the guy who gets paid $300,000 a year to call plays?
Sometimes.
Are you kidding me?
Sometimes.
You think that?
I don't think I
You
know.
honestly think that's rational?
No, it's not at all.
It's not. So anybody who thinks that, please call in 265-5211 and tell me how that's rational.
I'm calling in.
And how you're not an idiot to think that.
This guy's
paid $300,000 a year to get to call plays.
Sanford?
You watched football your whole life. And you maybe even played middle school or high school football. So you think you know how to call plays better than Sanford or Sean Watson?
Hey,
are you kidding me?
A lot of these people played years and years and years in Madden and NCAA. Their play calling is to a T.
I honestly think that that's a lot of the thought process.
No, it really is.
I've played a lot of Madden. I feel like sometimes I understand that you should run a screen play.
Run double post and you're good down the center every time, right?
Screen plays work all the time.
Yeah, the Z screen, boom, you nail it, try it out. You're going to score.
It's just foolish. Anytime someone criticizes an offensive coordinator, my first thought is, you're an idiot.
It seems like that sometimes, though, because you can actually look at the game and say, well, I can tell what they're going to do right here because the way they're lining it up.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. Like Kentucky, they've had some horrible play calling. It's consistency. That's what makes the fan base feel like they could do better because they see it game in and game out, these same plays in this same situations, 3rd and 4. They're going to pitch it outside and get stuffed for 3, lost to 3. They're going to run first down right up the gut every time. It's the consistency of the shitty play calls.
Do you think that if they were to call different plays, they would do better?
You got to mix it up. You have to mix it up to be successful.
I don't think that you're as qualified as the paid offensive coordinator to say that.
I'm more qualified than Mike Sanford, who just got fired.
Mike Sanford played quarterback for USC, and he's been he was the head coach of a Division I college football program.
Obviously, they're way more qualified than me. But my opinion is the consistency of the play calls is what gets us, the fans, the media, riled up about Joker, about Mike Sanford when he was doing the plays for Louisville. It's rough to see when you turn on Florida, you turn on USC, one of the top programs. Do you see them run the same play every first down, every second down? No, they're mixing it up something. They're running a trick fake punt. They're doing things.
You know how easy it is to mix things up when you're Bobby Petrino and you've ran it 2 draws in a row and they've worked for 6-yard gains, and then you can throw a little mix it up. I mean, when you have some positive momentum going, that helps you be recognized as a creative mastermind, guru, play caller. It's completely different when you just get the quarterback gets the ball and just gets there's just people in his face immediately, or a running back gets the ball and everything just collapses.
I agree, but the times, I mean, that's not every play. They're not getting 60 sacks a game. They're not forcing 60 hurries. They're getting in there, maybe once, maybe twice a drive. It's a long drive, but when they're not getting in there, it's still the consistent play calls that that are coming. Like Louisville, what does Will Stein run? Or not? Will Stein's not playing anymore for some odd reason. Well, what does Louisville like to run on 3rd down? I bet you could call it. It's the same play. It's a good play. I wish Kentucky would do it. They always seem to go short, but then they go deep, and it's always open. Have you noticed that? They did it against Kentucky.
It seems that way.
I believe it was North Carolina, and then I also think it was against Marshall in a crucial play, but then obviously they lost at the end. They do that a lot.
My whole thing is if they call what the fans are saying and they fake short, and then they throw a bomb to Michael E. Harris or any other Andrell Smith, any of their very talented receivers. The one time they do that, a defensive end sneaks around the other side and grabs the ball out of Teddy Bridgewater's hand. Who's getting fired? The offensive coordinator. Who is the one who's responsible for it? The offensive coordinator. So the offensive coordinators are not just making calls just to be predictable they're not just, and at the same time, they should not be trying to please the fans by any stretch. They should be trying to keep their job and to do well for their resume, and that is what they're concerned with.
Who is Louisville's new offensive coordinator? Do you know his name?
Sean Watson.
Sean Watson. He's
previously the quarterback's coach. He was most recently the offensive coordinator for Nebraska.
Yeah, you're right.
He was ran out of town at Nebraska because the fans thought that he was an idiot.
Well, look at Nebraska during the 90s. They were a power. They were one of the best programs around the country. Then they dropped off the map. You can't put that on an offensive coordinator. I'll agree. but they dropped off a lot, and that's their whole scheme of things that was going on after their national championship run.